Hello everybody, my name is Pasha and you're on my YouTube channel. I'm very happy to see everybody of you because today we're going to be talking about a really important topic. At first, that's important to LGBT community, which is located here in Russia, and probably this one is prohibited. And I'm not sure how you can do this if you are a human being, just to be against other human beings. But this is the way it is in Russia, and let's get just into this. So I came back to Russia like half a year ago, like 6 months ago, and I decided to come back here because I finally made all the needed papers for coming here and being able not to go to army to serve there because I don't want to go there to after that go into war. That's not what I wanted to, like have these fights with other people, killing each other. No, this is just not about me, that's not in my nature. And that was a really hard way for me to, do this all papers, to make this all, to write them, because I was in another country, I was in Georgia, in Turkey, in Vietnam, and while I was there, that was really hard for me to just, sum it all up and send to my parents so they can get these papers into the right place so I can finally be able to come here without going to army. And that happened. I came here half a year ago for the new year to see my family and to see my friends, and because all my friends are living in different cities, I decided to have a little tour, and I went to Moscow, to Sergiev Posad, to also, oh my god, where I was, Pushkina, that's like under the Moscow, and also I went to St. Petersburg in my hometown Krasnoyarsk, where I met with my parents, with my brother, and spoiler, my sister doesn't talk to me because I'm, as she says, pidaras. That means like a fag in Russian language. So that's why I completely lost connection with my sister. She's older than me. She's like 42 years old, as I remember this correctly. And yes, this is where we start, by the way, homophobia in Russia. Right now it feels like it's really common here, and I lived here the whole my life till 18, 19 years old. Then I went to China for studying there for my bachelor's degree, and then I came back here. That was just after 1 year and a half, and the whole 20, 21 and 22, that like these 3 years I lived in Russia, mostly in Moscow and also in my hometown. And I want to say to you that comparing these two times, that was much better here in Russia. Talking about Moscow, for example, this is like the biggest city ever here in Russia. A lot of people living there here, like more than, I don't know, like it is true or not, but that's like a lot of percentage of people living there, like from the whole Russia. Of course, like not more than 50% because Russia is really big and it's like more than 100 million people living here in this territory. But at the same time, I remember Moscow then, back to these days and right now, and this is something, I don't know, talking about homophobia. At first, what I want to say, a lot of my friends, like gay friends, transgender people, and all the other, like every kind of queer community people, most of them, they left. And right now you can see the real difference with people. Yes, maybe they can look a bit gayish, like if I can say this, and they can dress up very fashion-y, but they still can be straight. What I'm talking about is that real gay people, they were outside the streets in Moscow. I remember it. You could go to the gay club and you could club there the whole night till the very, very morning to meet up with new people, and you would not be afraid that police will rush into the club and will get you. What makes it worse, homophobia in Russia, right now they do that thing that is called the reestr. That's database for gay people. And every person living in Russia, every Russian citizen will have a freaking access to this database. Just imagine, if I ever would be caught in Russia, I'll be put into this database, my name, surname, maybe even like my passport ID. My name and surname and my photo will be uploaded there. And whoever who live in here in Russia, whoever would be able to access this database. Can you imagine how crazy it is in the homophobic government, in the homophobic country? Anybody who has really bad intentions to LGBT community, who thinks that gay people
are really bad, that it's against God, or anything like what we can hear, mostly, they can just access to this database and see, okay, right now I'm in Tomsk, or right now I'm in Moscow, or in St. Petersburg. Let's see which gay people live here. I don't know, that can be anything. He could make up, like, to create a group of people who would be able to search for these people and then to run for these people, to, chase these people. Just imagine how bad it is. I know that a lot of gay people, like, from Russia, they're on TikTok and they're just, like, making some jokes, like, oh my god, this is right now really good to live here in Russia, that's not that bad, and so on, but no. I know that this generation is a little bit younger than me, it's like 18, 23 years old, 18, 22 I would say. I'm gonna be 26 just in 1 month, just like in 3 weeks. And what I can say about this is that I can tell the difference, how it was before and how it is right now. Yes, you maybe think that it's like, that it's good right now to be gay. Yes, maybe if you're in St. Petersburg and in Moscow, you can feel a little bit much like freer than in other places of Russia. But when I was my age, when I was 18 years old, I remember that you could listen to this tattoo group that you like all remember. I bet that you could even like watch TV shows on MTV or on Tente. That's really popular shows where there was scenes with gay people. There was a lot of like good jokes about gay people, like just good jokes, not like saying that this group of society is bad or anything like this, or like disabled, or maybe something even worse. That was a really good time. Right now, that's all prohibited because of homophobia here in Russia. And if you publicly say something what can be related to the whole LGBT community, it means that, like I'm talking from the government law right now, it means that you try to do the propaganda to younger generations so they become gay, and this is why you will be charged. You will not only be charged with money, but also you'll have to go to jail. And I'm not kidding. For this video, I didn't say in the beginning like, hello everybody, and this video is only for like people who are much older than 18 years old. No, I didn't say this because I don't think that is correct. Any person should have access to the information about LGBT community and this culture, because this is something that is not chosen. When I was young, I was born in Siberian city here in Russia, and that city, it's like Siberian one. Can you imagine how hard it was to live here? That was a really hard winter time here. It was all the time a lot of like angry people, evil people, a lot of like killings or anything like this. That happened here. We even had like our own maniac in my hometown here who killed a lot of young people. And I did live here. Just imagine how I felt before, like I was really scared. I was really scared to tell anybody that I'm gay. And government think that I was turned into this. That I saw something, and then I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I live in such bad conditions, and I want to make it all worse, just like becoming a gay? This is hilarious for me. I don't see logic at all. Because they think that if I say to somebody who's much younger than me, like for example somebody who's like 14 years old, like if I show him my relationships with guys, that this guy will definitely become gay. And I think that this homophobia in Russia, that all comes from not understanding how it works, and it comes from non-effort to even know a little piece of information, what is LGBT, who are LGBT people, what it's like to be gay, why people born gay. All these scientific researches were stopped here. Nobody's doing this because it's illegal. So the result, just imagine, the country made it illegal to know more about other people. The country makes it illegal, and you go to jail without, and just imagine, you will go to jail for knowledge, for doing a research. This is how homophobia in Russia looks right now. It's just awful because all the time when I go out here, I have to think about how I behave, how I look like, because I could be freaking killed or like sent to jail. That's how it works like right now here. And I hope that this information was helpful for you, because if you're a gay couple, that's definitely not the best place right now to travel to because of all this shit going on here currently. So, these were all my thoughts on this. If you'd like to see more videos, especially in English language, that was the first one I made like in a while, like forever, because I never uploaded any video in English for this channel. But if you did like it and that was okay for you to listen to me in English language, just write something in the comment section below and wait for the next video, because I want to continue talking about this. I'm gay and I'm Russian, and oh my god, that's really hard to do anything with Russian passport. I'm allowed into, like, just a little amount of places, which are good places. I cannot even travel to Europe to see the LGBT Pride. I cannot do this. But anyway, I wish everybody the best, and I wish understanding and mutual understanding. This is the best thing that can exist in the whole entire world. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you. Bye-bye.